Welcome to this week's edition of the Football Fan Show podcast. I am Danny Harrington, joined by a first-time new pundit, Siân Parker, who answered my emergency call to get a pundit after the one that was booked had to pull out for family reasons. So with that said, what are we talking about today? We're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo rejoining Manchester United. Harry Kane, is he going to be stuck at Tottenham for the rest of his career? And we're looking at the Champions League, Europa League, and we might even play a game at the end for the Europa Conference League. Can you guess this team? Have you ever heard of them? That's coming up right at the end, and we've got transfer rumours as well ahead of transfer deadline day, which is on Tuesday, the 31st of August, 2021. Let's get into it, starting with Cristiano Ronaldo. Siân Parker's the guest on this week's Football Fan Show podcast. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's rejoined Manchester United. You're not fussed by that. I should say Siân is a Leicester City fan, so she's very happy with a 2-1 win at at Norwich, sorry. You'd win 10-0 against Arsenal because, you know what, I saw a meme earlier and I've already done this on the stream tonight, but I saw a meme earlier of Borat standing outside. Mm-hmm. You know, at the beginning of the first Borat film, and he's like, "This is my neighbor, he asshole. This is Arsenal, he asshole. And I lose 5-0 to Man City, he lose 5-0 to Man City. I win 6-0 in League Cup, he wins 6-0 in League Cup. I score goal in Premier League. Great victory." Great victory. Great time ahead. That was more Italian than Borat. That was more Italian guy that went to Malta than Borat. I want to fuck on the table. You what? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has sat down and spoken to social media about managing his old teammate, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's 36 years old. He's come back to Manchester United. So the rumour all week was that he was going to join Man City, which made zero sense to me. Not from he used to play for Manchester United's perspective. It's that Man City could have signed Lionel Messi on a free transfer and decided not to. Why would they then spend money on a player that's 2 years older, that's just as good, but 2 years older, and might just be past it? The question is, he has signed for Manchester United. Is CR7 past it? I'm going to say yes. I don't see him getting past Van Dijk. It's not he's not going to have a good season, is he? But is he going to be? Do you think he's going to be the player that takes them? Clearly, they're thinking. Their logic is this is a player that can take us over the line and get us a Premier League title or a Champions League, which is I mean, as much as Leicester. The FA Cup and League Cup means things. They don't mean jack to Manchester United. It's the Premier League or the Champions League. Ooh, yeah, I know that. I know what sound came with that facial expression. But to Manchester United, it's the Premier League or the Champions League. Everything else is irrelevant to them. I mean, to be honest, the Premier League's going to Chelsea in my predictions, but. Man City aren't winning. I don't think an English team's winning the Champions League this year, but I'll get into Champions League predictions a little bit later. But it's CR7. What do you make of it, Siân? Is he past it, or is he gonna bring many good times? Is he gonna bring the glory years back to United?
No, he's just. I mean, he was great last time, but
he was 10 years younger.
I can't see him being that good. And like I say, you can't just rely on that one player to get you everything. I mean, I can't say anything about my team, but it's just I can't see it happening. I mean, I think they might do better than what they probably have for the last couple of seasons with him, but I can't see them winning anything with him. I really can't.
Who else have they got? Well, they've obviously got Bruno Fernandes, who's a Portuguese teammate. Is this all? I reckon this is a stunt to convince Paul Pogba to stay and be like, yeah, we got Cristiano Ronaldo here. Why would you want to go to? Where do you want to go? Juventus? But they don't have Cristiano Ronaldo. We signed him from Juventus. And then his agent just goes, well, I want a full freaking super yacht full of cash to keep my player here, and you guys better be lubing up good, because I'm about to because that is Paul Pogba's agent, who I have said notoriously is a scumbag. on this stream many a time, as has many of our pundits. But does this? I don't know whether. Well, Ole doesn't have a say in transfers. Let's just end that speculation now. He doesn't have a say. You know, when you're, for instance, if you're Donny van der Beek and you're looking at Cristiano Ronaldo joining, you're thinking, hang on, you signed me last season, played me like 3 times. Am I getting a game ever, or can I just leave and go back to Ajax or PSV or wherever
You
he
can
came
leave, basically.
I'm surprised they haven't loaned him out, to be honest. It kind of, it's I feel sorry for him. He's not been... To be fair, I told him to... I said he should go as soon as he joined. 2 days after he signed that contract, he should have been out the door because it was clear that he was never going to get game time. But, so you're saying that you don't think he'll deliver as he did before, obviously, because he's 10 years... He's a lot older now, but...
Yeah.
Do you think the momentum, it brings back the momentum with Old Trafford? Do you think, so some cynical people, Graham Souness, believes that this is a ploy by the owners to win the fan support after the catastrophe of the European Super League? Do you think it's going to win back supporters that they've signed a 36-year-old from Juventus? I don't know for how much, it doesn't actually say.
No, I don't. It's... If it had been someone probably differently, someone that's a bit more exciting, but it's just, to me personally, if somebody had brought back an old player, no matter how much they were great for us, if they brought back the same player we've already had, I'd be a bit like, well, what's the point kind of thing. It's just, it's pointless, especially because of how old he is. I mean, I know it's Cristiano Ronaldo and all that, but I don't think, I mean, he's been playing great, but I don't think he'd bring anything exciting to it, really.
Well, when you look at Kylian Mbappe is going, I don't want to play with Messi, and I think Kylian Mbappe, by the way, I said this last week, I think he's insane, because clearly he is, because he's like, I don't want to play alongside Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, Ramos, Wijnaldum. I don't want to play in this squad full of absolutely amazing players that are probably going to win a Champions League. I want to go to a bankrupt Real Madrid.
Why not?
I don't know why Manchester United didn't try and sign him, for instance.
Probably did. You probably thought no.
150 million, we'll get to it later, but 150 million euros are potentially going to cost Real Madrid. And here's me sitting here thinking, hang on, I thought you guys were in like €1 billion of debt. They're still led, of course. Find that. Yeah, well, what's his name? Florentino Perez has found it down the back of the couch, as per usual.
Of course.
The Donald Trump of football. Mr. Fake News himself, Florentino Perez. Moving forward, Harry Kane news. He has said he's going to stay at Tottenham this week. And I want to ask the question, has he just taken his career, pissed it up the wall? Yes. I mean, the obvious answer is yes. Yes, but we need to eke out more time than that. But he's going to be stuck at Tottenham now for the rest of his career, no doubt. Because I think the obvious thing is Man City going after Erling Haaland now at Borussia Dortmund. He's younger. He's going to be available for 90 million euros in the summer because he's got a release clause that activates in the final year or so of his contract. So they're going to get him for less money than the 150 million pound that Harry. That's too much money, isn't it?
Way too much for him.
What about
way too much?
What about the what they bid, which was 120 million plus? Was it Gabriel Jesus or? It was somebody. It was a swap deal. I can't remember. It wasn't Mendy. We mention him again. But it just it felt they were going to go with £120 million bid, and I can't remember who they were going to swap him with, and it was, I'm trying to think. I think it may have been Jesus, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what the bid was. But it was Bernardo Silva. I think it was Silva. It was Silva for Kane. Bernardo Silva, because they want to get rid of him, and so it was him. 120 million plus Bernardo Silva. Not a striker, a midfielder. Yeah, no. 150 million euro, 150 million quid though for Harry Kane. Not worth it. But now Man City. I think Daniel Levy, he's so used to just going, well, we're going to hold firm, and this is how much we want for this player.
Mm-hmm.
And we will get this price for this player, like they did with Gareth Bale at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But now I think they'll realise that the interest in Harry Kane is going to dry up so quickly that they will just have to sell him with a year left on his contract for like 70 million.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening? Well, yeah, that could that is a realistic possibility. Although with Harry Kane's super agent, aka his dumbass brother, I don't know if it is going to happen.
Well, he made him come to Leicester, and that's saying something when he was on loan. But hey, that's a different story. But
free transfer replace Jamie Vardy.
Wouldn't take him. Would not take him at all. He's not allowed back in that stadium. But no, I don't think. Again, he's another one that I've never really. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's great when he plays for England and all that. But again, there's nothing that really screams special to me. I mean, when people say what you say now about how much they're trying to sell him for, to me, there's better players in the Premier League that are worth that than what he is. I just don't. I think as well because he's been at Tottenham, and let's face it, they're not. I mean, they are a great team, but they're not nothing special. They've not really won anything, so that's probably made him look even better than what he actually is.
So yeah, what you're saying, big fish in a small pond.
Yeah. I mean, don't get what he is. He's obviously a lot better than what I can play, but I think
he's a lot better than many of us. Many of us.
Well, yeah, but I just can't see him being. I don't think they'll get what they think they will get for him, and he's not worth what they want for him as well.
So Harry Kane has confirmed he's going to be staying this summer. That is the important bit. He's confirmed he's staying this summer. It sounds like a film trailer, doesn't it? This summer.
It does.
But it doesn't mean that he won't go in the winter. Maybe PSG might sign him. You never know. They apparently don't obey financial fair play, and it's bollocks to them.
Who does?
Well, tinfoil cap on, the president of PSG does have a nice position at UEFA, and they didn't exactly scream into the European Super League. So the conspiracy is that UEFA might just go, "Oh, you're a good club. We'll just let you get away with loads of stuff." But Harry Kane, a massive player for Spurs, so their fans will be delighted that he's staying at least for the next 6 months until the saga all kicks off again in January. And if you're looking at Harry Kane, are you looking at your agent, aka your brother, and going, Paul Pogba's agent would be better, Mino Raiola would be better than you, I should get him as my agent, and then I'll be playing for Real Madrid, and I'll be playing on a golf course in the not too distant future when the Real Madrid manager decides I'm not good enough?
The thing is, I know personally, this. Well, I'm not a professional footballer, but if I was, I wouldn't. I mean, I know you've always got to go for kind of the money because your career is obviously not as long as what most people's normal career would ever be. But I'd always think as well about, am I actually going to get the game time? Because it's all right having the money, but if I'm not going to actually play or can see a future as such in that team, what is the actual point of going?
The release clause, by the way, of Erling Haaland is £64 million. That is and with Mbappe potentially available on a free transfer at the end of the season, Kane hasn't got a chance of joining a big club.
No.
Not for that.
I don't think they'd have him. I generally can't see a big club going, he's free. Let's go for it. I generally can't see him.
I see him signing a new deal at Tottenham, and he apparently wants £100,000 more a week. Yeah. I don't know what he's on now, but he wants 100. According to Eurosport, he wants £100,000 a week extra on top of his current salary. Which, if I'm Tottenham, I'm paying it.
Yeah. Thinking about it, if you think of the big teams, in what team does he actually fit in? If
Tottenham.
They brought him,
Tottenham.
Apart from Tottenham,
Arsenal, but he's never going to go there.
Again, yeah.
Where else? Where else is he? Manchester United keep getting linked with him, and I don't really know why. They've got. Who have they got? They've got a good array of.
Got Ronaldo.
I mean, yeah, they've got Ronaldo. They don't need Harry Kane's nobody. They got Cristiano Ronaldo. I wonder if he'll make his debut tomorrow against Wolves. I have no idea, but doesn't it? Oh, hang on, isn't Ronaldo's agent involved in Wolves or something like that? Maybe he just went, don't. Jorge Mendes. Anyway, yeah, Manchester United don't need Harry Kane. That's weird to me. They've got Rashford. They've got Cavani, who's probably leaving at the end of the season. They got Martial. They got Greenwood. They do not need. I mean, even if they don't want him, they still got Lingard. They do not need Harry Kane. They do not need Harry Kane at all. I can't believe Lingard's still in that squad.
God knows how he is.
I reckon, right? I wouldn't put a bet on this, but I still reckon it is possible. The number 7 shirt is taken at Manchester United. It belongs to Edison Cavani. Either Cristiano Ronaldo gets the number 7 shirt, or he's the number 77.
Mm-hmm.
Or he does a David Beckham 25, because 2 plus 5 is 7. That's the clicker. But yeah, to your point, I don't see Harry Kane fitting in anywhere other than in North London. Chelsea don't need him anymore because he was being linked with Chelsea. He's not needed there because they got Lukaku. I don't know where else.
There's nowhere else. I generally can't think of a team that he would generally fit in it that would want him.
Yeah, I've got no idea where he fits in at any other club.
Nowhere. It's just Tottenham, and that's the thing. This is the problem. It's just all Tottenham. There's nothing for another team. There's nothing there to say, oh, you know, he's going to fit in here. Let's go for him. There's nothing there to say we want him.
That's the thing, isn't it? That if he's essentially saying, I'm not leaving now, but I will leave in the future. But that's that's my confusion, because there's better players available for less money than Harry Kane is, and so I do expect him to sign a new contract and stay at Spurs for the rest of his career.
The thing is, he's getting a bit older as well, and like you just said, you can
28, 29, isn't he? Yeah,
pushing it a bit. Yeah, so that's it. But that's what I mean. You can get someone that's half the price for him, but it's younger. I know they've probably not got as much experience, but it's youth, isn't it?
And Haaland has a connection to Manchester City because his dad played for Manchester City.
I think everybody's dad has, to be honest with you.
I mean, his dad. Well, you know the classic playground thing. My dad's harder than your dad. His dad couldn't say he's harder than Roy Keane because Roy Keane ended his bloody career. Nice knee injury, isn't that right? Nice knee injury.
I bet he loves him, really.
But that's what I really want to see. I do actually want to see Haaland at one of the Manchester clubs and have Haaland's father and Roy Keane on, like, Sky Sports. Book it, make it happen. I would love to see that. I would pay to see that. I really do. Then give them some UFC, some MMA gloves, and watch them fight it out. I could see that happening. Just somebody that edition of Sky Sports would have to be hosted by Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer or somebody like that, of that ilk. Right, we got to go through the. Sorry for your ears, Siân. The Champions League, a draw. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm just joking. It's fine.
It's fine. Oh, good. Just if you're gonna die quietly. Group A in your Champions League, the Champions League draw. We've got Qatar we've got the UAE versus Qatar. And by the way, someone suggested to me ages ago that we all know that the Champions League draws are fixed. I've got to say, there's no evidence to the contrary anymore, because Group A, you've got Manchester City, PSG. By the way, Qatar beat the UAE last time they played them 4-2. RB Leipzig, which is the meme that constantly gets shared. RB Leipzig and Club Brugge. Now, in that group, that is the group of death. And I feel sorry for Club Brugge because they're getting spanked every week. Even at home, they're getting spanked every week. That is a tough group to call. That is such a tough group to call. And Leipzig are bloody brilliant as well. it just goes to show the level of competition in the Champions League. I was about to do an alpha from Power Rangers then and go, I cannot tell you who's going to win that group. I can't even tell you who's going to get through. Because Leipzig have beaten PSG before. I don't know.
The hard ones are cool.
This is the bloody... I'd start off with the hardest... Fuck it. Let's leave Group A for now. Let's come back to it. Let's start all the way at the end. Group H. A lot more of an easier one for us to tackle. Group H is Chelsea, Juventus, Zenit of Russia, and Malmo. I mean, this one's easy. Chelsea to win, Juventus to finish second, and Zenit to finish third. They're just better than Malmo.
I mean, I'd rather Chelsea didn't win, but that's only because they basically knocked us out of it. But that's just my opinion.
But Chelsea should win Group H. That's a relatively easy group for them. But Chelsea, Juventus, Zenit, Malmo. That's literally the positions how I read them is how it's going to finish, in my opinion. But Malmo. Sorry, boys. Zlatan, you haven't got him in your squad anymore. You haven't had him since he was a wee boy. Group G sees French champions Lille Metropole, as they used to be known, or Olympic Lille. I don't know what they've kept changing their name over the course of their history. They used to be like Lille Metropole when I was a wee boy, but now they're like Lille OSC, which Olympic Sporting Club. But they used to be like Lille Metropole or something like that. I can't remember why they changed.
You just get bored of the names and decide that they just want to change it.
Yeah, maybe it's a marketing ploy, but they're Lille. They're the French champions. They beat PSG to the title last season, the rare title that PSG are going to lose. They lost a lot of their good players, and despite them being in, I believe, pot 1 for this, and pot 1 is meant to be the favourites to win it. You got Wolfsburg, Salzburg of Austria, Wolfsburg of Germany, FC Salzburg, who cannot be called Red Bull. They have to be called FC Salzburg. They're not allowed to be called Red Bull Salzburg. You've got Sevilla in Sevilla and Lille of France. I'm going to say... Actually, what do you say on that one?
I don't know. I mean, Sevilla not... Again, that's not... I mean, there was nothing special when we played them. That was a few seasons ago now. We got it, yeah. I don't know. I'd probably go... I can never say the name right, so I'm so sorry to anyone that listens to this and I'm pronouncing the name wrong. The L one. Let's just say that because it makes my life a lot easier.
Lille.
That one.
Lille.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Don't worry. I've been. Don't worry. I'm crap with names, as you find out if you watched Score Saturday at 3 p.m. every Saturday. Lille. By the way, I can tell you that Northern France stinks of shit. The only time I've ever been there. I drove through Lille. I went to a retail park in Lille. It smelt of shit. Lille. So Lille to finish top of the group, do you reckon?
I'd say so, yeah.
Who's going through in second?
I'd probably say Seville.
Sevilla. Who's going into the Europa League at Salzburg and Wolfsburg then?
I don't know. We'll go with Wolves.
Wolfsburg to finish third.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to completely contradict you. Going to say Sevilla are going to win the group. Wolfsburg. You know what? I'm going to go for Salzburg to finish second. I'm going to say Lille to finish bottom because they've lost a lot of good players. I'm going to say Sevilla topping the group, Salzburg second, Wolfsburg third, and Lille bottom. Now watch Lille win the group. Now that I've said that, Lille will win the group. Group F. This one is a little bit harder to call. Villarreal, the Europa League champions, beating the team that was drawn second in the group, Manchester United. Atalanta, which always makes me... By the way, if they don't use the Sash... Is it Sash song, Adelante? Is that
Mm,
if they don't
think so,
if they don't use that song at Atalanta and replace Adelante with Atalanta, I don't even want to talk about them.
I can just get in the bin.
And then I can't wait to say this one, thrashed Young Boys. Doesn't sound right, does it?
No.
Especially their stadium name, which I won't say. But
Oh.
the Young Boys of Bern. You know what their stadium's called, right?
Mm.
Yes, it's yes. Yeah, I'm not saying.
No.
Yes, I'm not saying the name of their stadium, but yeah, it's an inappropriate name for a team
Just
called
Google
Young
it
Boys.
if you want to know.
Yeah, just Google it. It's an inappropriate stadium name for a team called Young Boys to play at. Something to do with masturbation. Anyway, Group F. This is the issue for me because Villarreal know how to shithouse their way to a victory, and Atalanta are good, but are they good enough to beat CR77? I assume that he's getting the 77 shirt there. CR77, is he gonna? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I can see Man U probably coming second in that one.
I think they might win it, but I don't think they'll win
Really?
I don't think they'll win in Spain. I think they'll lose to Villarreal
Okay.
because the ex-Arsenal guy that's in the Unai Emery will find his way to shithouse a victory against. Well, to be fair, the only reason he shithoused a victory against them in the Europa League final was because it went to penalties, so it'll be a point. So he can't shithouse his way to a victory there. So I don't know. I think Manchester United will win that group. I think Atalanta are going to finish second. I think Villarreal third to go back into the Europa League, potentially win it this year. Actually, no. I don't think the third place teams go into the Europa League now. I don't know what the rules are with the Conference League. I think they drop into the Conference League now. I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
Because the whole dynamics changed. But if they get relegated to the Conference League. Because I kept assuming that the third place team would go into the Europa League. No, they go into the Conference League, don't they? They'll win the Conference League. And they'll be the first winners of the UEFA Vanarama National League Conference Blue Square Bet League. And then
can't wait.
And then Young Boys will be wanked off in bottom. That's the name of their stadium! That's the name of their stadium! Wankdorf! I said it in the end. I had to say it.
I thought you weren't going to say it.
Yeah, I had to. It was too good. It was too good a joke. Failed stand-up comedian. Raise your hand. Hello. Oh, what? You've tried stand-up comedy as well?
Yeah. That's a different story.
Oh, I want to hear that, but not right now. Group F for you, Manchester United. Similar to what I'm saying, Manchester United to win it, or do you think Villarreal or Atalanta will win?
I can see Man U being second, and I can see Atalanta. That one coming
Atalanta.
first. Honestly, I need to put my teeth in. Yeah.
Atalanta to finish up. So Villarreal third, then you're saying. Just nod your head. Yeah. Okay. And then once again, Wankdorf Young Boys. They will play. They will finish bottom of Group F. Sorry, I saw you go for a drink, and I was like, why am I saying this? I just can't believe that's the name of their stadium. They're called Young Boys, and their stadium's called Wankdorf. It's just terrible.
I don't think that bit through.
Group E is a bit more difficult to kind of say what's going on. Benfica are having a few problems in Portugal. Corruption allegations against them. FC Bayern München, because I'm an 1860 München fan. I refuse to call it Munich now. It is FC Bayern München. FC Barcelona, Benfica, and Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine. I think Bayern Munich win that. Actually, do you want to take this one? Because I took the last one, so do you want to take this one? But I presume I think I can guess what you're going to say. So I think I can guess.
What do you think?
I think I can guess what you're going to say.
You're one.
I think you'll say. You'll go with me, and Bayern Munich will finish top, and then it's a toss up to. I think you think that Barcelona will finish second, Benfica third, and Dynamo Kiev fourth. I reckon that's the group that you'd go with.
You've got it. Apart from the last two, I'd swap them around.
Oh, but so you'd go Dynamo Kiev in third, Benfica at bottom. Benfica having a few. I don't exactly know what's going on with Benfica, but I know they're being accused of loads of shady stuff. They're not having a great time of it at the moment.
No.
It's not great for Benfica at the moment, but they've got a lot of off the field problems. I think the way I thought you were going to go is how I'm going to go. Bayern München top, Barcelona second, Benfica third, Kiev fourth.
No, it's a bit like, so it's just because I think, like, with all the problems that they're having, I can't. Is it going to affect?
I don't think it will, because I think they're off pitch problems, not on the pitch problems.
That's
I think
true.
it's more Portuguese league problems than it will be on pitch performance problems. I think their on pitch performances will be fine. Group D, there is a team here once again with a music connection that I really hope they use. If they don't, I'm going to be very sour about it. So we've got FC Internazionale Milano, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk of Ukraine, and FC I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. I can't even fucking finish the lyric. I haven't got dyslexia. I'm just stupid. I shot the sheriff. I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol. That's what I'm going to call them. I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol. That's the name of their club now. So who are you going? So I'll tackle this one if you don't mind. So I'm going to go. Unfortunately, I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol are going to finish bottom of that group. I don't know about their deputies, but I know the I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol are finishing bottom of that group. Shakhtar Donetsk interestingly beat Real Madrid last year in the group stages, back when they were playing at their reserve team stadium at Castilla's stadium, because they weren't playing at they weren't using the Bernabeu for cost reasons, because there's no point in using it if there's no crowd there. So they use their Real Madrid Castilla's stadium, which is their C team, which I think play in the third division in Spain. They're not as good as Barcelona's B team, who play in the Segunda division. But Real Madrid, I expect them to finish top of the group this time. They're not managed by Zinedine Zidane, who I spent the whole part of last season saying is a crap manager and was handed everything he's ever won on a silver platter, and if he was put in charge of any other team, he'd be figured out in a heartbeat. Now that they've got Carlo Ancelotti, thank you, somebody who finally fucking agrees with me. We got to have you on more. Somebody who finally agrees with me. I've had heated arguments about Zinedine Zidane's lack of quality in terms of he's just a shit manager. Real Madrid. Shit. I mean, he is shit also, but I don't dislike Zinedine Zidane the person. I just dislike Zinedine Zidane the manager, and this idea that I'm not getting into it. He's not. He can live rent free in my mind. Anyway, okay. Real Madrid to finish top of the group under Carlo Ancelotti now, using Gareth Bale as well, which is interesting. Glad that he's getting some game time there. I think he'll be far more important to Real Madrid than they realise, Gareth Bale, and I'm glad he's getting game time.
I think so.
I think he might sign a new one-year deal at the end of the current season. I think Florentino Perez will be dead against six. He hates Bale, apparently. But then again, he also disliked Ronaldo and Raul, who's a club legend at Real Madrid. He also disliked Iker Casillas, who was probably one of the greatest goalkeepers in world football in his prime. Inter Milan have lost a lot of players. I mean, they lost Lukaku to Chelsea. They replaced him with Edin Dzeko from Roma. I think Shakhtar might finish second in that one. I'm going to go Real, Shakhtar, Inter, and then I shot the Sheriff Tiraspol.
I have to agree with that one. Like you say, I just can't see. Yeah. It's nothing special again that's coming out of me on that one. It's going to make me think definitely this one or definitely this. There's nothing There's nothing really screaming out to me saying who's going to win that one, but actually I think it's going to be a toss-up between the two. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't see Internazionale getting through because they've just lost a lot of good players and the only really good team in Italy. I mean, if there are any more, because Juventus had a stinker of a season last season, and AC Milan are on the rebuild. They finished second last season, Inter won, but have got a financial crisis on because their owners, who are Chinese, and I can't remember the name of the company, but they lost loads of money because of the pandemic. So they actually owned the club that won the Chinese Super League last season, but shut them down because it was costing them so much money. But yeah, they've essentially sold all their best players, and now they're replacing them with cheaper options. With not so good options. Still good players. Edin Dzeko's still a good player. He's just not. I think he was signed on a free from Roma. Roma released him. I think he's 33, 34 now. I think Edin Dzeko. But he can still play in there. But I don't imagine Inter are winning the Serie A title, and I don't see them winning this group. Group C then. You can have a go at this one, Siân. I will never call them Sporting Lisbon again because I'm a footballing hipster, as has been established on this channel. Last week we had Liam Barry, who was in his FC Dallas shirt, and I was in my 1860 Munchen shirt. So yeah, we a footballing hipster right here. And plus, I watch HITC 7s on YouTube, and apparently that's the channel of footballing hipsters. So it's Sporting Club do Portugal. Sporting Club do Portugal. Sporting Lisbon to the uninitiated and uneducated football fan. I'm just begging to be punched in the face by somebody. Borussia Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas.
Ooh.
I think that's a tough one. And therefore, I hand it over to you.
Oh, God, the pressure. So I'm going to go for Lisbon first. And then what was the other two? I can't remember what you said after that now. I've completely lost my head now.
So, hang on. Who are you putting top?
The one, Lisbon. We'll go for Lisbon.
Sporting Club de Portugal.
That one, yes.
Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas.
So Ajax, Dortmund, and then that.
So Borussia Dortmund are not getting through?
No.
Controversial.
I don't like them.
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean that they're not getting... Why don't you like Borussia Dortmund? That's fertile ground.
It's a long story, but I just have a feeling
they've not had the greatest start in the Bundesliga.
And usually when I get a feeling, it's right. I mean, I had a feeling that we were going to win the Premier League, and I didn't put a bet on it, and look what happened. So usually when I get a feeling, it's usually, I'm not always saying it is usually right, but 9 times out of 10 it usually is, and I've just got a feeling that it's not going to work out. Okay.
I'm going to completely contradict you.
Go on.
And I'm going to go top of the group. Borussia Dortmund, because they've got Erling Haaland. They'll have him for the whole season. They've got Jude Bellingham as well in their squad, who's absolutely amazing. Yes, they've lost Sancho, but I think they've got enough quality to win that group. I think that's a relatively easy group for Borussia Dortmund to win. Second place, I'm going to go Ajax. And then I'm going to go Sporting Club de Portugal, Sporting Lisbon to the uneducated. I sound like a bitch, don't I?
No.
Coming third. And I love how you said that. No, you're not a bitch. Totally. Besiktas to finish bottom of the league. I love saying the name Besiktas because it makes me sound like Sean Connery, even though that is the correct pronunciation of Besiktas. Yash, shaken not stirred. Fuck me. What a terrible joke. Group B. Moving on very quickly. Group B. And to what Aqua was saying earlier, how the fuck am I not on Sky Sports? Probably because I'm like Roy Kent out of Ted Lasso. I probably just swear all the time. AC Milan, AC Milan, FC Porto. We've got Liverpool in this group, and Club Atlético de Madrid. Atleti are in this group. do you want me to tackle this one, or would you like to have a stab at this one? Because
I'll let you go first.
I was going to say, Group A is coming next, and whoever doesn't answer this one first is going first next time. So,
God!
Don't worry, I think we'll do that one together. I think it'll be easier on both of us. Group B, then I'm going to go Liverpool to win this group. I think that's the most. I think that's easy to predict. I don't think Atleti have enough to see out Liverpool. I think it's a tough group to call though, because you've got AC Milan who finished second.
Yeah.
In Serie A last season. They're a good team, so are Porto as well. But I think Liverpool top that group. I think Atleti finished second. They are the Spanish champions after all. Or no, do they? Oh no, I'm doubting myself already.
Yeah. I will go for them second.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I first said. I'm gonna say Liverpool to top the group, Atleti to finish second. Oh, third. I don't know. Oh, balls.
The pressure.
Bollocks. I don't know. It's AC Milan or Porto. You know what? This group is also quite tough to call because any of those teams could finish.
Yeah.
Out of Atleti, Porto, and AC Milan, I think any of those teams could finish second. I think Liverpool win this group. I think that's an easy call. But Atleti to finish second. Oh, God, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? AC Milan third, Porto fourth. That's my lock-in. I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to regret that. I'm regretting it already. Jesus.
No, don't regret it.
Oh, I regret that already. Anyway, this doesn't count towards any punishment at the end of the season, luckily. Unlike the Premier League predictions, which we've all done. Oh, I hate that. Somebody's getting a hat, by the way, with the word dick on it. So they're a dick. So they'll become a dickhead. Group A, then, I think we better tackle this one together. We've already been through this one. Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, so it's UAE versus Qatar, RB Leipzig and Club Brugge. I'm just going to say this. I know who's finishing last. I'm predicting Man City. No, I'm joking. Club Brugge are going to finish last, obviously. I feel sorry for them. They're going to get spanked every week. They are not getting anything out of this group. No offence to them. You're getting sweet FA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, RB Leipzig know how to beat PSG, but PSG have Messi. PSG to win, Leipzig to finish second, Man City third.
See, I would have gone with that, but I put Man City second.
No, it's locked in. Locked in for me. Yeah, so you're going PSG, City, Leipzig, Bruges.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm going PSG,
I'm going to regret that.
Leipzig, City. What? I'm just going to Google this quickly. What happens to the when I die? No. Nothing. You're atoms. You die. What happens to the third place team of the Champions League?
I genuinely do not have a clue because all this change around it's right confused me off.
So what does happen? What does happen now? Because
just get a pat on the back and tell them well done. I don't know.
Get told to get lost, and
probably.
So what happened to the third place team in the Champions League? Do they go into the? I know it affects the qualification. I think they may just get knocked out. They might just get knocked out. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. That's a Champions League draws done. I can't wait to bring you the Champions League results. Europa League, which is a tournament that you, Siân, have a vested interest in, as your team are in Group C. But before we get to that one, let's start with let's take them in alphabetical order, starting with Group A instead of the reverse order, because this one's slightly easier in my opinion. Group A is Olympique Lyonnais, which sounds like mayonnaise, but it's not. I'm reliably informed. Olympique Lyonnais, Rangers, Sparta Prague, and Brøndby, who are Swedish. Brøndby Swedish or Danish? Oh God! Now I'm sure they were Swedish, but I've now doubted myself.
Doubting yourself. Ooh, I don't know. Geography wasn't my strong point at school. It never has been.
They're Danish. Oh, I was wrong.
Are they? Oh.
I said Swedish. I backed the wrong horse. Brøndby, Brøndby, or whatever they are. Brøndby. Oh, I don't know. It's got the O with the line in it. I don't know Scandinavian accents or the pronunciations, but
that's confused everyone with my name.
I mean, Lyon win this group easily. Sparta Prague finish second. Rangers will crash out.
Ooh,
and Brøndby will finish bottom. I'm sorry, Rangers are not European. No Scottish team is European potential.
That's true.
I'll even say that about Celtic. I'll even say that about Celtic and the team and the group that they're in. No Scottish team belongs in Europe. They're all shit.
They only make Celtic and Rangers look good because all the rest are basically Sunday teams.
Well, the fact is that the rest of the teams are so crap that Celtic and Rangers have gone down in the terms of the quality of player that they now sign. They used to sign kind of like mid-table Premier League players. Now they sign mid-table Championship players. Like you would not see Celtic and Rangers players go to like Southampton anymore. You would not see them go to West Ham. You would not see them go to. You might see them go to Norwich, but they're or Fulham, but they're yo-yo clubs between the Premier League and the Championship, and they would only be the good ones. The majority would just go to Birmingham City or somewhere like that. Mid-table.
That's a bit of an insult.
Birmingham City, Coventry, Reading, Middlesbrough. Maybe not even Middlesbrough. They're high flyers. QPR, that kind of club.
Yeah.
Clubs that are going to be in the Championship, but I've they're not going to be in the Premier League.
No chance of going up to the Premier.
Which is a shame because Rangers and Celtic used to actually play some damn good football. I mean, Celtic once beat Barcelona in the Champions League, so
many moons ago.
Yeah, what feels like a lifetime ago for some people, especially for Celtic fans. That group makes sense to you, Lyon, Rangers, Olympique Lyonnais, Rangers, Sparta Prague, and Brøndby.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Where do you think everybody's going to finish? So I've got Lyon, Prague, Rangers, Brøndby.
See, I'd go Prague. I'd definitely have Rangers. I don't know Rangers.
I just don't see them having enough quality to get through that group. Lyon are better than Rangers.
Yeah, I'm going to go for them to third. Yeah.
So Rangers to finish third.
I think it'd be hard. Yeah.
It's a hard one to call, but I think Sparta Prague I think they've beaten. Who did they beat? Did they beat Rangers last year, or was it Celtic? It may have been Celtic they beat last year.
I think it was Celtic. Yeah.
I think if they can beat Celtic, they can beat Rangers. Because I don't view those teams as radically different from one another in terms of their quality. I view them very similar in terms of quality. And
I mean, they're literally across the road from each other. That's how similar they are.
I mean, they're not. That's Dundee, but Dundee and Dundee United are literally across the road from each other. It's insane. No, I know what you mean. Group B, the millionaire and billionaires paradise of AS Monaco, PSV Eindhoven, Real Sociedad, and Sturm, who I believe are Norwegian, but I've probably got that wrong.
I was going to say let's not really go on from the last time. Let's face it.
No, they're Austrian. I'm just idiotic. They are Sturm Graz of Austria. They play in the Styrian city of Graz, which I think is where the red. Anyway, that's Formula One. Europa League, then Monaco, PSV, Real Sociedad, Sturm of the Austrian league. It had all the countries in the Champions League where they actually came from, but it doesn't have it on this one.
It doesn't anymore.
Thank you, UEFA's official website.
Bastards.
I really don't know this. I don't know about this one because Monaco aren't great.
No.
Neither are Real Sociedad, to be fair, and PSV are not the great team of old. I mean, the Dutch teams rarely. Unless you're Ajax, you've really got no business being in Europe.
I can see PSV probably wouldn't. I don't know, because it's a bit. I'm gonna go for them going first. So that
PSV first.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna regret that again. I'm just gonna regret that.
I mean, no one will hold you to account. It's fine. PSV top.
Good.
Who do you think finishes second? Is it Monaco, Real Sociedad, or Sturm?
I'm gonna go Monaco.
Monaco to finish second. Then I assume you're putting Real Sociedad third, and Sturm of Austria fourth. I'd agree, except I'm putting Real Sociedad at the top of the table, PSV second, Monaco third.
That's a tough one. That's another one. It's not really one you can say there's one that sticks out saying definitely yes.
Yeah. Group C then. This one you should tackle first, considering it involves your team. You've got Napoli. This team called I'm trying to read this now. Leicester City. Leicester City. They got a fox as their emblem. What the fox say? Spartak Moscow and Legia Warsaw. It's Napoli, Leicester, Spartak Moscow, and Liga Warsaw.
Either.
So I think Napoli and I think the top two is easy to predict. It's Napoli and Leicester. The order of which I'm going to edge Leicester. Not to score brownie points with yourself, just because I see them as better than Napoli. Leicester to finish top, Napoli second, Moscow third, Legia Warsaw bottom.
Agree. Absolutely agree. And if we don't win it, it's a fix.
Okay, you heard it here first. Just like certain events at the Olympics. Group D then. Olympiakos of Athens, Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt. Is it Eintracht Frankfurt or just Frankfurt? I thought it was Eintracht Frankfurt.
I don't know.
It is Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany. Fenerbahce and Antwerp of Belgium. This one's tougher because I don't watch Greek football and I don't watch Turkish football, and I'm not sure if Eintracht Frankfurt are actually that good, because the only German football I watch is the third division, because that's where my team is. Beyond that, I don't watch it. I don't watch the Bundesliga. I don't have a Sky subscription, so I don't watch the Bundesliga or the Bundesliga.
I don't blame you.
I watch the third division whenever 1860 München are playing, but I don't know this group. What will be interesting is Athens versus Istanbul in Olympiakos and Fenerbahce.
That would be, yeah. Sorry, a lawnmower just went past. Sorry, I got distracted by the lawnmower. I don't know. I'm going to say... I'm going to go for...
They've still got Mesut Ozil, haven't they, Fenerbahce? So I'm not sure.
That is a tough one.
Fenerbahce to top the group. Fenerbahce. This is pure guesswork now because I don't have enough knowledge of Greek and Turkish football.
No.
I don't even know if that government club in Turkey is still in the Turkish league top flight. What were they called? Istanbul Başakşehir.
Oh.
I don't even know if they're still in the top flight.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I know their title defense saw them nearly get relegated after winning the season once. But I'll go on.
One.
Eintracht Frankfurt to win the group. Olympiakos. No, Eintracht to win the group.
Yeah.
Fener to finish second. Olympiakos third, and Antwerp to finish fourth. Let me try and convince you as to, you know why you shouldn't support Olympiakos?
Why?
Because their owner owns Nottingham Forest.
Well, definitely they're not winning. No. Gone.
100% true, by the way. The Olympiacos owner, Olympiacos owner owns Nottingham Forest.
No, they don't no longer exist.
Drew 1-1 with Derby
Especially
County.
after today. Is that
So, what are you going with? Eintracht or Fenez or Olympiacos?
I'm going to go for Fenez.
Fenerbahce. And then Eintracht Frankfurt's finished second? Or Olympiacos?
No, Olympiacos has to come in fourth now.
Oh, they're losing the whole shebang because their owner owns Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, because he's deluded. It's just how dare he?
I mean, Olympiacos, I think, aren't they Greek champions? So I think they deserve a little bit more credit. I know Greek football is kind of in the pits, but...
Congratulations, but still, their owner's deluded.
Okay, so because of that, Fenerbahce of Istanbul are finishing second.
God.
Antwerp are finishing third, apparently, and Olympiacos, you're getting booted out because your owner owns Nottingham Forest. Group E. And who wouldn't want to buy a 2-time European Championship winning club? Group E, Lazio, Lokomotiv Moscow, Marseille, and Galatasaray. Now, I think this one's massively easy to predict, because if the Marseille fans are pillocks like they have been, and I'm sure everyone has seen the derby game that they played against Nice, and saw their fans run onto the pitch, and for which they have been fined, and the game was suspended at 1-1, I believe. If their fans are pillocks, they'll finish bottom and get disqualified, and probably banned from all European matches going forward. Marseille have always been in a bit of a mess. Their fans have always held a pretty low account of the owners, whoever they've been. I mean, Andre Villas-Boas left last season. Not that I'm saying he was a good manager or a bad manager there. I just remember he left because they signed a player that he didn't want. I think Lazio win that. I think Marseille finished second, Lokomotiv Moscow third, and Galatasaray finished bottom.
I can't say there's anything. Yeah, I probably wouldn't change that, to be honest myself.
Group F.
Do I or do I not? No.
Oh no,
we're going with that.
No. If you want to question it, Group F, Braga. I won't. I can try and pronounce the Serbian name of this club. Do you want me to have a go? There's an English name that's a lot simpler. There's an English name that's a lot simpler.
Go for the English one.
Oh God! I was about to go for the Serbian one then. Crvena Zvezda.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise known in English to us English folk, us English folk, as Red Star Belgrade.
Much easier.
I don't know if that actually stands for Red Star, their name, but I think they're Red.
Imagine if it didn't.
I assume it means Red Star.
Oh God. Tricking my camera. I'm sorry.
FK Krevets, which I hopefully it means Red Star Bell. I hope it translates. I think it translates to Red Star Football Club, so it is Red Star.
Right.
But it's Red Star Belgrade, former champions of Europe. Ludogorets and FC Midtjylland, who are owned by the guy that owns Brentford. So yes, Ludogorets are, if I remember correctly, they are Bulgarian. Yes, they're the team that are owned by a guy that has made millions selling tractors, I do believe.
As you do.
And he owns Ludogorets, and yes, he is that guy. So, or is that CSKA in Moscow? Not CSKA Sofia. I don't know. Anyway, Ludogorets are the team. So for me, I don't know if you want to tackle this one first, or whether you want me to do it.
I'm gonna go. I don't know about the others, but I'm just gonna go for. Am I gonna go for winning it?
You got Braga, Red Star, Ludogorets, Midtjylland.
We'll go for Red Star. Yeah.
the Serbian champions. So Red Star to finish top. Braga second, or Ludogorets or Midtjylland?
We'll go for Ludogorets, even though I can't say it right. Yeah.
Ludogorets. No, you did a good job there. Ludogorets. Second, then Red Star or Midtjylland third.
We'll
I mean, it doesn't
Midtjylland.
really matter. Midtjylland. Did you say the tyre company, Midtjylland?
Yeah.
Midtjylland. It's MID. So just go Midtjylland. Midtjylland. Or as I called them last season, FC Legoland. I called them FC Legoland last season, so it doesn't really matter.
Legoland, Michelin Man, you know.
For me, it's Braga to win. Midtjylland to finish second because they were in the Champions League last season. Red Star third.
Yeah.
Ludogorets third, and then Red Star finishing last. Purely because Ludogorets weren't in the Champions League a million years ago. Unlike the other two, Braga and Red Star and Midtjylland were in the Champions League last season. Group G then is Bayer Leverkusen, the only club I think owned by a drugs company. Bayer Leverkusen, Celtic, Real Betis, and Ferencváros of Hungary. Hungarian football seems to be on the up and up, but Ferencváros are finishing bottom of that group. Celtic are third, Real Betis is second, Bayer Leverkusen winning that group. Celtic are out. I've not I was fair when I knocked Rangers out. I knocked Celtic out. I said I was going to knock Celtic out. I am fair, even though I am biased towards the Irish club, the Celtic, the Catholic club, Celtic. Although I'm a Hibs fan more. I prefer Hibernian over Celtic, but still, I was fair, and Celtic are out of the Europa League. They will finish third in that group. Bayer Leverkusen
third as well.
Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen will win. Real Betis will finish second. Then it will be Celtic. Then it will be Ferencváros.
That makes sense for that one.
Maybe,
that was quite easy. Why can't it all be that easy?
If Celtic get off to a bad start, maybe do I put Ferencváros third?
Ooh.
They were in the Champions League like 2 seasons ago.
I mean, in my opinion, I'm saying yes, you should do that, but that's only because my second team are Rangers, so I want you to obviously put Celtic down.
Can't stand Rangers. Celtic third, Ferencváros bottom. Group H. We have got Dynamo Zagreb, Genk of Belgium, West Ham, and Rapid Vienna. I don't know what's rapid about them. Maybe their pace on the pitch, but they are Rapid Vienna. I'm. You know what? Group H.
Go on.
I'm gonna go for it. I think Moisey is gonna pull off another one. West Ham are gonna finish top. Dynamo Zagreb second. Genk third. Rapid Vienna bottom.
See, I would have gone. I don't know. I would have gone for West Ham being third.
Oh, really? Oh, we'll go for it.
I mean, I can't say anything after the way we played them the other day, but yeah. I think I'm just a bit bitter.
I think they've got some good players, and I still think they've got quality for days. So
they have got.
They should have a good.
Like, they've got the quality, but then it's have they got the experience? Do you think they could really win?
That's a good point. Do they have that European pedigree? They don't. They don't.
No.
I think the last time they were in the Europe was 2007, 2008. I think.
I'm going to say it's not recently because it's not from what I can remember. And
once again, they had a ridiculous. It was a season where they had a ridiculous rise in the Premier League and then fell away the season. I think they fell away the season after. I think they were relegated or something the season after. But yeah, it was a long time ago, over a decade ago since they were in Europe.
God, yeah.
I still think that David Moyes has got European experience, so as a manager, he'll know what it takes. He's managing the UEFA, what was the Europa League, now what was the UEFA Cup, now the Europa League. He's managed them, Everton, in that competition many a time. So,
but do you think he'll be able to? I know, like you say, he's got the experience, but will he be able to pass that on to the players that haven't had that probably experience?
I think he'd be good at communicating that, although saying that they had their best patch of form, really, when he had COVID and wasn't at the stadium, so... That's when they started turning up last season. So yeah, bit awkward, but
better late than never.
Better late than never, eh? But yeah, West Ham. Yeah, I just see West Ham winning that group. I just think they'll win, and
And that's
fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, West Ham, Dinamo Zagreb, Genk, and then Rapid Vienna to finish last. But you think West Ham will finish third? So who's finishing top and second and last?
Ooh. So we've got, remind me again because I'm terrible at remembering names.
Dynamo Zagreb, so just say Zagreb, Genk, and Vienna, Rapid Vienna.
So Dynamo, Vienna, the V one.
Croatian champions.
Them.
Dynamo Zagreb.
West Ham, and then Dynamo.
So Dynamo, hang on, so Dynamo to finish top?
I'm confused myself now.
Because you've said Dynamo twice, so it's Dynamo Zagreb, Genk, and Rapid Vienna. And West Ham, obviously.
So, Dynamo for the second.
So
West
Dynamo
Ham for third.
Yeah, okay. So who wins the group? Genk or Rapid Vienna?
Vienna, we'll go for Vienna. Oh, I don't know, yeah.
Vienna are going to finish last. They haven't got a chance. But that's the prediction. That's the prediction. And finally, we come to the UEFA Vanarama National League Blue Square Bet Premier Conference League. What other sponsors can I throw in that used to sponsor the conference? The Vauxhall, the Blue Square Bet, Skrill, Vanarama, Vauxhall Conference League. It's always sponsored by crap companies. It always is. The Blue Square Bet Europa Conference Vanarama National League. That's what I'm going to call it, or the Skrill, or what other companies? Vauxhall, Nationwide, eventually. Nationwide aren't a crap company. They're my town's largest employer now that Honda have buggered off.
Should we just put Honda in there then?
They've never sponsored a football league in Europe, have they? But Honda, yeah. Fuck off. There you go, Honda. That's my message to you. Unless you put the first name Keisuke ahead of it, then you're very much welcome. Keisuke Honda is one of my favourite players of all time. Wish he had played in the Premier League, but never got that opportunity. CSK Moscow legend. I just love Keisuke Honda. Anyway, Group. Well, here is where we enter the true unknown, because I've never heard of half these bloody teams that are in this UEFA Vanarama National League.
Probably I haven't either, to be fair.
So Lask, who I believe are Austrian. Then we've got Maccabi Tel Aviv of Israel.
Ooh,
Alash Kurt, who are Armenian. Jesus, this really is the Vanarama National League for European clubs.
God.
And HJK, which I believe is HJK is Helsinki in Finland. So we've got an Austrian team, an Israeli team, what was Alashkart? Oh, an Armenian team, and a bloody Finnish team. Can we just skip this? Why is this on my running order?
I don't know, because I haven't got a clue.
Jesus, I've not got a clue about that. Can we just... no fucking idea. Shall we just do the teams that we've heard of?
There's not going to be many.
Let's go. Ghent. Group B is... I'll just read out all the groups and we'll find out.
Okay.
Well, you know what? We'll just play... Have you heard of this bloody team? We're not doing predictions on the Conference League. Group B is Ghent. Been there, been to their stadium, been outside it. They've got the Native American as their club badge.
Oh,
they're in a little bit of hot water over that because it's lots of American teams have dropped that, but European teams haven't. We had what was it? Zvezda Krez, whatever it was. The Red Star in the last one.
Oh,
well, their Belgrade rivals have an easy name that I can easily pronounce in both English and Serbian. Partizan. Partizan Belgrade. Then a butter company, Flora. And then Anorthosis. They're Cypriot. but it sounded Greek. I thought, it's
yeah.
it's Anorthosis Famagusta. Now, the only thing I know about Famagusta is that it's abandoned because the Turkish are there. It's a holiday resort that was nearly destroyed. It's Estonia. Flora Tallinn. Flora Tallinn. Estonia. There we go. We're learning something. We're learning something new every day. Group C, you've heard of this one, I guarantee you. I know, right?
Go on.
You've definitely heard of this one. AS Roma. I wonder where they're based.
Ooh, I don't know.
Roma. Romania?
Probably.
Italy. Roma. I can't believe Lazio are in the Europa League and yet Roma are in the Conference League. Jesus. Jose Mourinho will enjoy that trophy.
Oh, I bet.
Yep. What day are they playing these games on? That's what I want to know. I assume
Probably
they're playing them on
Sunday.
Thursday, or like the Europa League. But quite frankly, they might as well play them on a Friday or a Monday. Sounds like a Monday tournament, doesn't it? Sounds like a Monday tournament. Here we go. Here's another one. Zoraya Luhansk, who are Ukrainian, and I've never heard of them. To be fair, I've only heard of 3 clubs from Ukraine, and both of them are, and 2 of them are in the Champions League, and one of them folded, and that was Dynamo Kiev, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Dnipro, who folded. So 2 of them are in the Champions League, and the other one doesn't exist. So there you go.
That's how good they are.
CSKA Sofia of Bulgaria. Now, the only thing I know about CSKA Sofia of Bulgaria is that they are not CSKA Sofia, and that actually they are another club that changed their name to CSKA Sofia because the original CSKA Sofia, I think, went bankrupt, and then a replacement a billionaire owned a club and then went, you know what, sod it, I'm moving it to
as you do,
to CSK. I'm moving it to Sofia. So the so yes, the official successor of. So what was it first? What was the name of the club? Was it PF? Oh, it was Chavdar Etropol. That's who the original club was, and they don't even play in Bulgaria's capital. But yeah, they moved to Sofia and took on the name CSKA Sofia. But then there is also a CSKA Sofia that is fan-owned that is very, very confusing. Bulgarian football.
That is a little bit.
You are a mess.
Well, and not just the football.
What else have we got? I've heard of this one because I play Football Manager and I always manage in Norway. Bodo/Glimt, who are Norwegian. Where's Vålerenga? Where's my Norwegian team? Where's Vålerenga? Why aren't Vålerenga in this? Anyway, Group D. You've heard of this one? AZ Alkmaar of the Netherlands. Do you remember a Romanian club called Cluj? They were in the Champions League maybe in 2008, 2009.
Ooh.
They're
Rings a bell.
They're Transylvania. They're Dracula territory. Cluj. This one I've never heard of. Jablonek. They are apparently Czech. Czech,
it sounds
please.
like you're just saying jab the neck.
Yeah, Jablonek. Randers FC of Denmark. I kind of heard of them.
Heard of that.
Group E, then, Slavia Prague, who are the immortal rivals of Sparta Prague. They have been in the Europa League and Champions League before. Feyenoord of the Netherlands, they're a club that I've heard of. And the second team of... Well, actually, no. These guys are not the second team of Berlin anymore, because Hertha are shit. Union Berlin, who were for a long time a third-tier team in... Germany, and I don't know if you know this story, Sean, but they did a bleed for union thing where their fans gave blood to keep the club alive, literally, a couple of years back. But they're in Europe now, a long way they've come. Hertha Berlin fans must be like, we've got this bloody Olympic stadium built by the Nazis in 1936. We can't sell it out, and the freaking park team that plays in front of, 20,000 are better than us. The freaking East German team, the old commie team, are better than us. Could be. Don't worry, Hertha. It could be worse. You could be just as bad as Dynamo Berlin. Now, they're the real nutters. And they are the real communists, by the way. Well, they're not communists anymore, but there's a fly flying around. But they're pretty much fascists. But they are a former Eastern European team, Eastern German team. Maccabi Haifa are in that group as well. They've been in the Champions League before. Now, when I say that this competition is for very small clubs, there is a team here that I believe is from one of the smallest nations. It is, in fact, from one of the smallest nations in UEFA. And I'd like you to have a guess, Siân, at what country they're based in when I tell you the name. So Group F has FC Copenhagen of Denmark, PAOK of Athens, Slovan Bratislava of Slovakia, and this is the one I'd like you to have a guess at. Lincoln Red Imps. Lincoln Red Imps. Sounds like a really bad car, doesn't it? The new Lincoln Red Imps comes with stereo,
it just sounds like it should be like a Sunday team from Lincoln, if I'm honest with you.
Well, where do you think they're based? What European... clue is they're one of the smallest members of UEFA. Where do you think they're based? I've even got a shirt with their national team. I've got their national team jersey in my drawer. They are one of the smallest teams, smallest nations of UEFA. Lincoln Red Imps.
There's nothing even in the name that's really giving me a clue. I mean, it probably is really obvious. I'm just not...
Well, considering Lincoln, the actual Lincoln City, our one that's in League One, are nicknamed the Imps. Clearly the inspiration comes from Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
But where did the Lincoln Red Imps... Lincoln Red Imps, where do they play? Founded in 1976, clearly inspired by Lincoln City.
Yeah.
So you're tapping out on that one?
I'm tapping out.
They are from Gibraltar.
Oh, for God's sake.
They are literally... I told you when I said that this was a competition for nobodies.
Oh, God.
Lincoln Red Imps are the Gibraltar champions. Gibraltar champions. I don't even know what they call their league in Gibraltar. No. What is it? The Gibraltar Premier Division. Oh, it's folded. It folded in. Hang on, it folded in 2019. What do they call it now? The Gibraltar National League.
Yeah.
There you go. It's called the Gibraltar National League. You've got the Lincoln Red Imps are the main team.
That's going to hurt me now.
They're the champions. Then, well, this is one for your quizzes. When you do a football quiz, Lincoln Red Imps. Remember the name.
I will now. It's going to haunt me.
You've also got other similarly inspired names like Manchester 62. Literally ripped off from Manchester United. Same colours, very similar crest. In fact, I think they all play at the same stadium. All Gibraltar football clubs play at the same stadium. Imagine having an away day. I was here last week, except I was sat in the home stand. Hey!
Who's in my seat this week?
Who's in my seat this week? You could just buy a season ticket for every club and be in the same seat every game.
That would be the most cheapest one ever.
Jesus. Anyway, Lincoln Red Imps. Remember the name. Group G. Tottenham. I've heard of them somehow. Tottenham Hotspur. Rennes of France. Vitesse of the Netherlands. And a club called Mora, who are from Slovenia. NS Mora. And then Group H has FC Basel, who are Swiss. Karabag, or I believe, who are Azerbaijani. They were in the Champions League a good few years ago.
I thought you said Karabag.
Karabag, not Karabag. Karabag. Oh, I'm not scousing Karabag. It's Karabag. FC Karabag.
Oh, I think we need to get an ear test.
FC Karat Almaty. Kairat. I'm stuck in a Scouse accent now. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm stuck in this fucking accent now. Karat Almaty of Kazakhstan. Very nice. Very nice. And
Oh dear.
And our second Cypriot team, Omanoia FC. That's what I'm going with. Omanoia FC. That concludes all the teams involved in the Europa Vanarama National League draw. Even the football that they're using in this league, in this competition, looks like it's from the Vanarama National League. It's not even. It's from.
Iffy.
It's made by a company called Molten. Not even Adidas, not Nike, not Umbro, not Puma. Molten. I think they make the ball for the Europa League as well, but the Champions League ball, I still believe, is made by Adidas.
I think so, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Well, with 15 minutes to go, it's time to sum up the transfer rumours. And I wonder if any of these will stick. Of course, the transfer deadline day is Tuesday. We've got a special live stream from 9 p.m. on Tuesday, taking you right up to the minute until that 11 p.m. deadline. We'll be with you to take you through all the runners, riders, all the last-minute deals, all the secret conversations taking place. Just pretend we've got people in the know, and we're not just doing this from home and have zero journalistic intrigue. We do have serious journalistic intrigue, but our news will be coming from BBC Sport and Sky Sports. Just like everybody else. Or probably Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. The super transfer journalist, or Gwilym Balaguer, or somebody like that. But yes, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Stick with us. We will be with you through to the final minutes of the transfer window. Is it going to be a busy one? Is it going to be a quiet one? If it's going to be quiet, we've got a lot of things that I need to find to talk about. The last-minute transfer rumours then, and PSG are going to try and sign Everton's Richarlison. And if they agree a deal, this is... so they want to sign the 24-year-old Olympic gold medalist if they sell Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid. So it's apparently 150 million euros that Real Madrid have reportedly bid for Kylian Mbappe. If I'm PSG, I'm accepting that because he's got a year left on his contract and he'll just leave on a free transfer. And you're not going to get that money in January.
No.
But, I'd still try and shove a contract in his face and say, sign this. We've got Messi. We've got Messi in our team. We bought in Messi. Please, just in the contract. But Richarlison's a good player to kind of replace Mbappe. Not as good in terms of quality, but he's a good lad. That's Sky Sports reporting that one. But here we go. Everton are reportedly demanding, according to the Daily Star, £85 million for Richarlison's services, which is well within the budget. If PSG probably have that money stashed away anyway, because financial fair play is nothing to them. But they will have that money if they sell Mbappe for 150 million euros. They'll easily have that money. So it does look like that could go through. Didn't mean to do that. Dortmund's Erling Haaland is another PSG target should the Mbappe move go ahead to Real Madrid. I don't think they'll sign him because I think Haaland is probably going to leave on a free. He's going to leave at the end of the season when his release clause kicks in and it's 90 million euros. Real Madrid looking to offload Eden Hazard. The 30-year-old has not had a good time at Real Madrid. And I don't know what it is about Real Madrid, but they seem to take really good players and just make them crap.
I was thinking, because there is a few that I've known that have gone there, but they've never really done anything to, like you say, make it special. They've just gone basically sat on the bench.
Yeah, Eden Hazard at Real Madrid and Coutinho at Barcelona. That apparently Barcelona wanted to offload him for something like 20 million euros, and I'm like, if you're like a West Ham or maybe even Leicester, you could go, that's a bargain. That's literally them going, we need to get rid of this player. Have him. Just have him.
Just don't even give him money. Just take him, please.
Yeah, I think we've already said. I've already said. I want to get that. Do you remember the old Windows and Doors advert in the UK? The ex-professional wrestler guy. He's dressed as a Lord Mayor. I still think Real Madrid and Barcelona should recruit him for selling their players because you can imagine. Call 0800 106 107 now. You can sign Philip Coutinho for 20 million euros. Cheap, cheap, cheap. We're going to get rid of Eden Hazard. You can have him. He's 30 years old. He's crap, but you can have him. You can have him for 10 million euros. It's a bug-off offer. Buy one, get one free. And we'll give him a free COVID test on the way out. Free COVID test, yes. So, don't miss out. Call 0800 106 107 now. I said 0800 106 107 now. I can imagine.
Oh, God. That would actually probably work.
That would probably work. By the way, that phone number is the genuine number for the windows and doors. I don't know if it still works. Don't call it. You won't.
Probably does.
It probably doesn't work anymore. In fact, I may just Google it quickly. Oh wait, what was it? 0800 106 107. It probably doesn't work. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
No.
There you go. You can't call that number. Don't expect to call that number and get through to Real Madrid. It's a windows and doors number. That doesn't work anymore.
Oops.
You can call our phone number, though, 0333 303 4145. I can't hit you up with Eden Hazard or Philip Coutinho, but you can get on this show come Tuesday.
I was just going to say, you can ring you up, but you're not going to get a quote on Windows or anything.
Yeah, you're not going to get a quote on Philip Coutinho or free windows and doors.
Oh, dear.
Reportedly, Juventus are an interested party in Hazard as a replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo, who has joined Manchester United, as we all know. So Eden Hazard.
That's quiet.
I know, it's like they would have, like it would have broken the internet or something. Eden Hazard to Juventus, I can see that happening. Manchester United striker Edison Cavani, the 34-year-old, is still very much a part of the plan this season at United, and there is no plans to sell him in the wake of CR77's arrival. And apparently Sir Alex Ferguson played a big role in convincing Cristiano Ronaldo to come back.
Oh, when's he ever convinced somebody, really? Let's face it. It always seems to come back to him.
Yeah, Sir Alex. Chelsea are being linked with a move for Atletico midfielder Sol Niguez. It has reportedly this move has collapsed after the 26-year-old was not given assurances over playing time by Thomas Tuchel, the boss at the Blues. So he will not be joining Chelsea. Kurt Zuma's £25 million move to West Ham from Chelsea is in the balance after complication with the 26-year-old French defender's medical. Sevilla say Chelsea are running out of time to sign French defender Jules Koundé. The 22-year-old who has a release clause of £71.1 million. Chelsea are reportedly looking to offload Ross Barkley, who's 27, and Danny Drinkwater, who's 31. I think...
Good.
We were chatting last week and Liam brought up the name Danny Drinkwater and I was like, he's still there!
Yeah.
I thought he'd gone ages ago. You don't want him back at Leicester, do you?
No. He should have done the dirty on us, but no.
What about Ross Barkley, though? He was at Villa last season. I think Ross Barkley still has a good role to play. I think he should go back to Everton, personally.
Yeah.
I think Ross Barkley should go back to Everton. I think he would fit in well there, and plus he's a Everton lad. He was a player that was developed by them. I could see him going back. I never saw that Chelsea move working out for him, but that's according to the Scum newspaper. Chelsea have agreed a new 4-year deal with Danish defender Andreas Christensen, the 25-year-old, including an option for a further 5th year. That's according to Goal. Aston Villa are interested in signing Borussia Dortmund's Belgian midfielder Axel Witsel, the 32-year-old. I don't know why, he's too old.
Don't go.
Wolves have made an offer for Marseille's Croatian defender Duje Kaletaka. I'm going with that one. 24 years old. £12.8 million. Good point, Siân. It won't happen. That's according to Get French Football News. And Blackburn, Bournemouth, Swansea and Stoke all want to sign former England youth winger Patrick Roberts, who is available on a free since being released from Man City. That one also according to Sky Sports. And young Arsenal midfielder Miguel Aziz, who's 18, and Ryan Alibusi, who's 19, who can play at right back or midfield, are on the verge of joining Portsmouth and Sunderland, respectively.
Lovely.
Hence the end of the of your transfer rumours. Rejoin us at on Tuesday for transfer deadline day. Thank you very much to Siân Parker, my guest this week on the Football Fan Show podcast. Please go check out her work at That Blogger Music. You just search for it on the World Wide Web, or on Twitter. It is at that_blogger16 for music news. Thank you very much to Siân Parker for answering my emergency call of being a last-minute pundit. She did great. I won't have anyone say otherwise. We are not back next week. It is an international break, so we are not on next weekend. There is no podcast because there's no live stream. We are back in 2 weeks with a new edition of the podcast. But if you are around on August 31st, 2021, otherwise known as Transfer Deadline Day, we got a live stream at 9 p.m. That is on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/The Football Fan Show. We will take you right up to the closing minute, the closing second of the transfer window. Liam Barry's going to be my guest for that one. It won't be a podcast. It is just a live stream. But we will see you in 2 weeks for another edition of the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. And if you want to go follow us on social media, on Twitter, it's at TFFS Live. You can follow us on Facebook. Give us a like there, facebook.com/The Football Fan Show. You can check out our website anytime. We're a part of the Dead Air Media family, deadair.media/The Football Fan Show. Come watch our live streams, twitch.tv/The Football Fan Show. And search for us on YouTube. Just search for The Football Fan Show on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in this week. And of course, you can email me anytime. It's the